Now, what we are discussing right now basic principle of kinesiotaping. And right now, what I was thinking, what in my mind was that we were going to do some taping part also, if time permits. First of all, we'll just have basic principles of what are the kinesiotaping principles are. Our learning objective in this small presentation would be just to understand what are the principles of kinesiotaping, and we will be understanding the difference between what therapeutic application ki kis tarah se kinesiotaping we are putting and what how it is affecting us, and the properties of kinesiotaping, and to be able to understand the benefits of kinesiotaping. Now, when we are using it mostly in sensory stimulation to the skin. They are telling us that it is a sensory stimulation, but there are few studies which says other than sensory stimulation, it also helps in muscle facilitation, pain reduction by pain gate theory, and skeletal and joint stabilization when we don't want the joint to be moved. Edema reduction, it is very good in edema reduction. Scar mobilization, it helps to the extent, but not to very high extent. How does it do? Does the sensory stimulation of the skin? Skin surface sensory receptors, tactile and kinestone thermal receptors are being facilitated by CNS, and the tape is applied on the skin to stimulate these receptors. How does it reduces pain? Mainly, the pain it is an abnormal feeling in the skin. Now, it increases the sensory stimulation of mechanoreceptors, and in thus it activates the endogenous and analgesic systems by activating all the analgesic to the pain gate theory. It reduces the inflammation, decreases pressure on the pain receptors. Gate control ke through karta hai. How it does this? And it also stimulate by stimulating the touch receptors. We put the tape over the side of the pain, and it inhibits the stressed muscle. And when we are doing the space correction techniques, we minimize the space among the joint, so that if we don't want that separation of the joint, that the space correction, the X taping is being very much used in sports. And decompression when we are using for the edema part. Taping is used to facilitate or inhibit a muscle using the different tape tension and different position depending on your where we are keeping it. That we are doing in origin or insertion part. Tape application direction will determine the muscle reaction, that is inhibition or contraction, where we are putting, if we are just putting on the origin or insertion. Kinesiotaping includes muscle contraction of the weakened muscles. It reduces muscle fatigue and spasm. It reduces overextension and overcontraction, and increases range of motion. How it increases range of motion? If the joint is being inhibited and there is no pain, there is increase of motion just putting after the tape. Okay. And there is, when we want to do a proprioceptive feedback, for example, when we are training paralytic patients, we do put proprioceptive taping for the proprioceptive feedback and muscle re-education. How does the joint stabilization? Joint stabilization, for example, when there is ankle sprain, in case we put tape on the fibular side for reduction the load on ATFL. We are also doing in the mecanol also. Mecanol taping, the mecanol taping concept in this, it is not basically a kinesio taping concept. It is more over a rigid taping concept, where we put the joint in a less space position, and we hold the joint by tape. It is basically not only by kinesio, it is with rigid also. It is mainly through rigid. Joint stabilization is very weak when we are doing only with kinesio taping. Lymphatic and edema function. I'll just show you one thing. This one, lymphatic. When we are doing this lymphatic taping and edema taping, it is superb. It helps in reduction of swelling and pain and lymphedema. How it does? This is the way how we do the lymphatic edema function taping. It does by skin movement during the full range of motion is needed for lymphatic function. It basically reduces the negative pressure and it facilitated by muscle contraction and relaxation. Theory supports massage compression and active motion as edema reduction catalysis and lymphatic edema function. Skin movement during full range of motion is needed for lymphatic function. For example, when we are putting in the shoulder, we need to see that there should be no range of motion restriction. Negative pressure mechanism is facilitated by muscle contraction. For example, when we are putting on the shoulder part, it is like we are holding it and we are reducing the edema. Possible negative theory supports massage compression and active motion as edema reduction catalysis, and it is better than it is very good when we are doing the massage and other supportive technique. We find that when I do in my clinical practice this edema taping, I found very good result. But we need to put it without any pressure. We will do sing in further. What are the basics of applying Kinesio tape? I will show you the tapes. This is a normal tape. What we use. This is a practice tape which I am telling you, showing you. Apply the tape of tissue when it is stretched position. Now the stretch position are on various percentage: 10%, 20%, 30%. 100%. Whenever we are putting for the stabilization part, we are doing for 100% stretch. Never have a tension on that. Now, when we are putting a tape over here, we don't put tape under tension when at the end of the tape. If there is at the end we put tension, then there are chances of skin abrasion. Tension is only applied to therapeutic zone of the tape. The anchor and end should be applied just outside the target tissue area, never on the target cell. For example, when we are doing a taping for your tennis elbow, we won't put on the common extensor region the tape anchor. We would be putting it adjoining to it, not on that. We always round the edges of the tape so that we are just rounding the edges of the tape so that it does not get because of rubbing of your clothes and anything other than that. Always on the edges of the tape. Once the tape is applied, rub tape to ensure activation of the adhesion. For example, when you're putting a tape over here, I have to keep it I have to just say that this is the normal tape. How we do this? I will just tear it. This is the tearing of the tape, and when we are putting it, we have to hold it like this. Hold the pressure ends. Now this is the stretch. This is 100% stretch. When this 100% stretch means when the tape is fully stretched. 30% stretch, 20% stretch, and around without stretch. When we are putting it without stretch means that the tape should not, when we are doing for edema and we don't want tension over the muscle, we don't put any stretch. There are the various tape ends. This is therapeutic zone. This is tape and this is tape anchor. Y strip, X strip, these are the type of the tapes, how we do it. Y strip, I'll tell you what is the Y strip and I strip in further. This is therapeutic zone, this is tape anchor. This one is your tape anchor. This is for edema, fan cut. Percentage of available stretch. When we are doing a super light, it is 0 to 10%. When paper off, it is 10 to 15%. This is super light. Just there is 0%, 0 to 10%. When paper off, 10 to 15%. Light, 15 to 25%. And when full, 75 to 100 when we are doing any joint stabilization. But one more thing, there should be zero tension on anchor or end at the end. 6 corrective tape. There are 6 ways, 6 needs of corrective taping techniques. I would recommend 3, which are in my clinical practice, which I found the best one. When we are doing functional, muscle, or facilitative or inhibitory. When we are doing facial correction or scar mobilization, when we are doing space correction or joint substabilization, it is good. I use it very much. Ligament and tendon correction, mechanical correction, circulatory and lymphatic edema correction, which I'll show you. Now, principle of kinesiotaping, that is muscle inhibition. Muscle inhibition, direction of the placing. Just a minute. I'll just show you how. Okay, direction of placing, insertion to origin. When we are doing it, insertion to origin, we have to stretch the tape 0 to 10%, maximum is 40%. When we are doing muscle inhibition, for example, when there is a muscle strain or pull, we are doing this muscle inhibition technique. Tape tension inhibits the muscle. Tape rebound provides proprioceptive input and feedback in opposite direction and stimulates muscle lengthening during use. The main thing is, when we are doing this, it helps us to reduce the spasm. And in sports, when there is a muscle strain, for example, when there is a hamstring strain or a quadriceps strain, or there is a strain of quadratus lumborum during back pain, a bowler is happening. When bowler is bowling and there is a muscle strain, we use this white taping. Principles of edema taping. Now we use this for edema. We have to tape over the adventous area. Direction of the tape is not significant. We could put any side. Stretch of the tape which is 0 to 10%. Mostly what I use in my clinical practice around 0 to 10%. And fan shape taping is most common following lymphatic drainage system. Taping for mechanical correction. When we want to stabilize the joint, we use this. Tape, we have applied 50 to 75% tension. Hold, maintain, put it. There should be zero tension over here. Hold it and put it. And there should be no tension at the end, but over here 50 to 75% tension. Maintains the circulation, maintains the range of motion, and supports and provides positional hold. 40% maximum. X taping technique is used. We also use this technique in when we are doing any trigger point management. There are various times. When I was telling you, this is like when I have done taping for this is these are the pictures taken from internet, and this is to just show an example of how we do edema taping. This is for edema taping. This is being used when we are doing the rotator cuff tear, or when we have to stabilize the shoulder and there is a supraspinatus tear. We are starting the taping from here, deltoid, and deltoid first we'll start. We put a 20% stretch over the tape. Put in the deltoid. We are taking Y shape, and we are putting full length to the deltoid. Then over supraspinatus, we are at the insertion, and from here we are going to the spinous process of scapula, upper and lower side. This is we use this taping is for being this is an example of when we are doing meniscus taping for the joint stabilization. I've started the tape from here all over the medial ligament, and over the joint line I'm putting an X tape to stabilize the meniscus part. This is for your back pain. In this we put two I-shaped tape parallel to each other, and over the pain area, this is the pain area, and then we are putting tape on erector spinae. And when we are putting a tape on erector spinae, there should be always a fold. If the fold is there, then only the muscle would be folded and stabilized. This is being used commonly used in ankle sprain. There is an ITFL ankle sprain, and how we are doing, we are just put a tape. The foot is in neutral. Put a tape over here, and at the ATFL part, stabilize it. Put a second tape coming from here, holding the ATFL and rounding up, and again go into the heel, and from the medial part again there is a hold, so that the joint is in the negative pressure or no pressure, and it is in neutral. This is for IT band. How we does it? We are putting the tape from the now. This is going to insertion to origin to hold the tape. In this, how we are doing it? We are holding it. Let's show you one thing. See, there are basic principles. Just hold on. There are basic principles. What we have to do when we are doing for muscle facilitation, we are doing origin to insertion. And when we are inhibiting, we are going insertion to origin. From here, when I'm doing a IT band, we are going from insertion to origin of that, and we are stabilizing the joint by putting an X tape over here. Now this is for anterior knee pain and patellofemoral pain syndrome. I will put a tape over here from the quadriceps and going to the tibial tuberosity and crossing it and holding the patella. And I've done the taping from here to here, from quadriceps to tibial tuberosity, and from tibial tuberosity to quadriceps. And in turn, the patella is being totally hold. This is for tennis elbow. Now, what I was telling, that when we have to start the tape, we never have to do the taping on the point of pain. The anchor is being put away from the point of pain, and the taping is done in the loaded position. And the tape would be done and holded. Your ring fingers and these two fingers are being holded, and the muscle is holded like this to over ECRB, and then the lesion is being pushed and taped, so that it hold and offload your ECRB. This is again for your golfer's elbow. Same principle, same technique. This is the way how we do. If you have any questions, please let me know.